Boxing Truth here. Anthony Joshua just made the first defense of his IBF strap, completely dominating and ultimately stopping a very game and tough Dominic Breazeale, who came to fight, showed heart, showed durability, even landed a few shots, but he just didn't have the speed, just didn't have the athleticism to keep up with Anthony Joshua. As Joshua is really, I'm impressed every time I watch Joshua. I mean, the guy took up boxing late. He's not a guy that started boxing early in his life. He took it up as a young man, and he's been impressive, especially his last two fights. You know, he's displaying very good speed, very good combination punches, very good counter puncher, very sharp, very good technique. I mean, the guy's he's got very good tools for a heavyweight. I mean, he's got the power. His power is real, but he's not just a power puncher. He's a physical specimen. He's a great athlete. He's got every punch in the book. Every punch that he throws is hard and fast. And he's a guy that comes to fight that will create good knockouts and good performances. And he delivered tonight. He had a complete performance. Just straight up trash Dominic Breazeale. He was in control of the entire fight. Really had no moments of concerns. Breazeale hung in there, but he just didn't have the speed to keep up with Joshua. And Joshua just kept picking him apart, kept beating him to the punch with combinations. Very good straight, sharp punches. Jab, right hand, left hooks, counter left hooks, counter uppercuts, combinations. Little gamesmanship from Joshua, who would stick his tongue out every time he landed a big shot. And then the end came in the 7th round, as it was only the second time Joshua was taken that deep. But Joshua showed that, he showed good conditioning. He showed that he was in complete control and was able to deliver a knockout after being taken a little farther than usual. So, another good performance by Anthony Joshua. He's impressing more and more every time he performs. 17 straight knockouts. Yes, he's not fighting the best heavyweights out there. Undefeated guys, but not world beaters. But he's just tearing these guys apart. Showing that he's a pretty damn good fighter. I mean, I was impressed with the performance. Most were expecting a quick fight, but Breazeale showed that he's tough, that he's got some heart. But it was another very dominant knockout win for Anthony Joshua, as there's a lot to look forward to in his future, as he's pretty much going to take some time off. He's had a hectic schedule. Now he needs to rest the body, come back and recharge the batteries, and then Eddie Hearn and Matchroom will figure out the next move for him. Of course, the fans will want to see a Joshua Wilder unification, as Tyson Fury's postponed rematch of Vladimir Klitschko has pretty much changed the scheduling of certain fights that could take place later in the year. Perhaps Fury and Wilder would have took place later this year had Fury and Klitschko took place on July 9th. But now that fight's going to be postponed, so Joshua and Wilder, their scheduling is pretty much around the same time frame. So if Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, and Deontay Wilder's team and Heyman want that fight, they can make it next. But most likely they'll build the fight up a little more, and maybe they'll lock horns next year. But who knows? It's still possible, but just not very likely. Most likely Joshua will take another voluntary defense, or perhaps fight Parker. Maybe get that out of the way, the mandatory that's going to be due very soon. He can pretty much just take care of that. And Wilder still has business to take care of against Chris Arreola. And we'll see what happens later in the year in the heavyweight division. But we still need to see the bigger names fight outside of Fury and Klitschko. And it'll happen hopefully sooner rather than later. But Wilder Joshua, I believe, will take place next year. But we'll see. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Anthony Joshua, his performance, and were you impressed? And also, who would you pick in a Joshua Wilder fight? Right now, I'm very impressed with Joshua's technique, his combinations, his power, and his conditioning so far. I see a lot more upside and more potential from Anthony Joshua than I've ever seen from a Deontay Wilder. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.